Hi, this is Jim O'Hare. Perhaps you know me better, though, as Jerry Gergich, or Gary, Larry, Terry, or Barry from Parks and Recreation. And I want you to know that the following podcast contains adult language and material. Now, the views expressed within this podcast belong solely to a pair of idiots that should never be taken seriously. No self-respecting person should continue listening to this garbage. So just be on your way. Just go, because it's awful. Oh, so you're sticking around. Okay, well, wow. Okay, well, then that's on you. All right, so I guess I'll just say good luck. You fucking idiots.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. That bass line, man.
I wrote it.
That bass line gets me hot every time. Hot and steamy and a little bit salty. A little bit sweet. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Crash Test Live. My name is Alex. This is my consigliere, Jack.
Michelle.
We're very excited to be here. It's good. It's just good. It just it flows.
Hell yes.
You know? How you doing today, Jack?
I gotta be honest with you, man. I've been up since 4 a.m. because of my side project.
We were up early today.
I don't feel good.
Yeah. We were up early this morning. Our band performed on Good Morning, America. And let me tell you, when they say morning, they mean it.
Yeah.
So
we did the show. You know, I woke up at 4. We did the show. I tried to go to bed for like an hour. I woke back up and the sun still hadn't come up.
Oh, dude, it's a nightmare. What did you? So yeah, because you were West Coast, so you had to be up at 4.
Yeah. 4 a.m.
Which is just a nightmare. That's, in my opinion, 4 a.m. is the worst time of day.
Nothing good happens at 4 a.m.
No, if you're awake, and here's why. It's like if you're awake at 4 a.m., you either haven't gone to bed yet and you're like probably blackout drunk, making terrible life choices, texting people you shouldn't text, and it's either that or you've been forced to get up at 4 a.m. and in your case, where do you go from 4 a.m.? Like, if you're up at 4 a.m., do you go back to bed? And like you said, then you went back to bed for an hour, woke up again, the sun still wasn't up. It just throws your entire, what is it, circadian rhythm?
Circadian rhythm, dude. That's a great word. Did you make that up?
I don't think so. I think that's what it is. It's something to do with sleep and
human metronome
time.
Type. Yeah.
Yeah.
I once asked my dad this question. You know, my dad's a doctor.
He is.
And I think it was in high school when I was like old enough to realize we had to get up early for the first time because high school was probably the earliest you get up in school. And I was getting up at like 6 a.m. every day, and I was like, Dad, why does my stomach feel like shit every morning when you wake up like earlier than you're supposed to?
Yeah.
And literally your body is like digesting while you sleep. And if you wake up too early, it's like stops. It's fucking...
Yeah, it throws your entire body into like a weird, horrible downward spiral of terror and loathing and pain.
Ryan said he was farting up a storm this morning, and that's what it made me think of that story my dad told me back when I was a wee boy.
You know what it makes me think of is literally like anytime we've had to get up, because it's usually getting up early to go to like the airport to catch a flight somewhere in our case, and it makes me think of just how much I fart in Ubers.
Oh.
It's just because my stomach's just wrecked at that early morning ride to the airport, and I'm just back there tooting up a storm.
Well,
and I wish they had a setting. I wish they had a presetting on the Uber app that was like, you know how you can select, I have bags, I would like to have conversation or not. I like the
don't
air
talk
cold.
to me.
Yeah. They should add one that's like, I'm gonna be farting. Expect some toots in the backseat.
You and Ryan are silent tutors. I was not afforded that luxury by my parents, and then give me that luxury
of not being able to fart silently.
Yeah, when they made me.
That's not a box. That's not a box they clicked.
No,
as
like
they were building you.
Well, they build the boy.
Gross.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Loud, audible, aggressive farts for this boy.
Comical, if you will.
You know what though? I will say your farts are hilarious. You have the funniest toots.
I like it's like I'm a human cartoon farter.
And I think that's great for you. Everybody needs something.
Yeah.
And that's what you got. What are your thoughts on naps? Like, because I took a nap today because I was up early and I was tired. Like, are you a napper? I don't really know you to be a napper.
You don't know? I can't nap if I fucking tried.
Right.
I could be so fucking tired. The only thing I could really nap is when I day drink and I basically pass out.
Well, that's just you fall asleep, you pass out.
But no, I can't nap, and it's the reason why I'll die 20 years younger than I should.
Oh my god. That's it. That's the reason.
I truly believe that I'm not getting enough sleep in my life, and at some point my body's gonna be like, I guess I'll die.
That's it. Guess we're gonna die now.
That meme. I guess we'll die. Guess I'll die.
Yep. I mean, you know me. I love a nap, and I can nap anywhere.
I could like fall asleep, and you'd be like,
yeah, I can fall asleep. I could probably, if I wanted to, if you weren't that loud, I could probably on camera live lean back in this chair and fall asleep right now if I wanted to.
We should do a nap episode.
A nap episode? An episode. The Napisode special. But I was going to say, there's like a window for me. If I nap longer than 25 to 30 minutes, I wake up and I'm absolutely wrecked for the rest of the day. Ruins my day.
I'm ruined.
I'm ruined. I'm ruined. The next installment of our Basement Noise concert series is happening next week. That's kind of exciting.
It's Ryan's set, so it's only kind of exciting.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting. It's Ryan's set. Ryan chose the songs. You know what, though? I'm pretty excited for this one. I kind of forgot what our sets were. And
yeah, me too.
I looked back, and Ryan's set's a good one. So
yeah.
Come on, we're in the middle of a show.
Sorry.
If you haven't gotten your tickets, you can get your tickets now at shop.alltimelow.com. Please join us for that. It's going to be a good one. It's very special. It's a very special set just by Ryan. It's special. Let's check in with our beautiful blonde boy, shall we?
How's he doing?
Oh, we got a fish.
He got a fish. That's a good boy. That's a good boy.
The last few times we've checked in on blonde boy, he's been like moping around lakes and cruising, but he hasn't really had any success with his fishing, and now he got a fish.
That fish looks like it just gave up on life. It's just fucking sitting.
Guess I'll die now.
It's not even fighting. It's just like, all right, here we go.
Fuck it.
Walking to my death.
End me, bear daddy.
Kill me, please.
Kill me. Put me out of my suffering. That's how fish sound. I know this.
Yeah.
And as always, with us today, Ryan Dawson and Jeff Maker. Everybody.
That was a lot of discipline because my name was mentioned and disparaged quite a few times during that intro, and I had my finger on the trigger and I didn't pull the trigger.
All right.
I'm glad you held out. It's nice. It's a nice surprise for the fans when you come in when you're supposed to.
It makes it more special.
It's a nice surprise to do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
For those just listening, let's just comment on the beautiful scenery that Jeff has presented us with.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It looks amazing.
And this is real. Jeff was at a pumpkin patch today.
Yes, I was. We picked out our Halloween pumpkins, and I'm very excited to start carving them tomorrow.
It really fall is upon us.
This is real. Like sometimes it's not.
Well, Ryan, let me explain something to you. Jeff is on what we call a lot of drugs.
What?
I'm like in the computer.
He's in the computer, and he's in the pumpkin patch is in there with him. But which came first?
This today marks the 5-year anniversary of when you guys first did your live at improv show in Houston.
Houston.
Today, 5 years to the day today.
Whoa.
What a
That's it.
special
Was that the
thing
first?
that
Was that the first one we did? The first live.
The first live one you ever did, yeah.
So that's when we were doing Full Frontal, and we decided to go to comedy clubs around the U.S. of A. and actually record it in front of an audience, and it was terrifying because we were at these like real comedy clubs where real comedians did real shows, and we were there. Somehow they let us book dates, and we were there just trying to do this.
Do you know what I found?
Precursor to this. Yeah, what's up?
I found to be the most intimidating part wasn't so much like the show that you guys put on for the fans, but it was like the staff.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
that's what I mean.
I just was like, "Hi, sir, how are you?" to like the door guy.
Yeah.
It was really intimidating, and like the promoters were there, and the promoters have booked like really legit comedians, and then there's just us.
I've never felt more out of place in my entire life.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I went from programming a light show into directly going to do this with you guys as well. So it was like in the middle of the day at like 3 p.m. and there was like, a whole setup and everything. And it was like, okay, and back to the show.
That's right, because we were on tour, so it was just
it was on tour.
I remember the biggest issue with those live shows is we would do them, at 1 or 2 p.m. on a show day. But we were so nervous for them, so we'd get absolutely hammered.
and then we'd have to go back and play a show.
And we have to go play a show. And so every single one of those shows, I just remember being like, I don't know if I can do this.
I think it happened. We'll have to find out next week.
It was not a viable way to tour.
To tour, no.
There was
How
a
many
few
did we
times
do?
where you did it at night. I think there was 6 or 5.
Something like 6.
It's a very after touring for as many years as we've been touring, it was a very, very cool experience to add on to the list.
It sure was.
It definitely was
we
one
have
of
a
those
complaint
times,
we have a complaint in the chat today. Someone mentioned that you're no longer orange, but now you're too white. Ryan went from orange Cheeto to white cheddar Cheeto overnight, is what they said.
Sarah
Joanna.
I think the balance of your computer is off because I have so many orange pumpkins behind me. So maybe the balance is
I think
not
that's what it is.
correct.
It could be, yeah.
What if I back up from my screen? Does that help?
Ryan,
Yes,
you need to stop.
A little bit.
Don't let them shame you.
You
Don't
just
let
called
chat-
me out.
I'm just the messenger. I'm just delivering what the chat's saying.
Ricky thinks you look good, so that's all that matters, I guess.
I think you look great.
Little shout out to Ricky. I was on his stream yesterday. Well,
Yeah.
I said to him, "Hey man, can I come over for a beer?" And he read it on his Twitch. He said, "Yeah, of course, come over for a beer," because he and I live very close to one another. And he said, "But I don't have any beer, so can you bring some beer when you come over?"
I love that. Yeah, come have a beer.
And we're out of nachos and 3 pizzas. We're out of 3 pizzas.
Yeah, I need paper towels, detergent. Why don't you
did
just go
bring
down
one.
the Kroger over there and
I love
Oh, I
that.
can go for pizza.
I'm excited for today's show.
I'm very excited for today's show as well. We got a good one.
I did a thing today. I didn't read the run sheet this time.
This is the first time.
Yeah, and
feel
that's
like
my
you
first
never
time not
read
doing
the
that. You're right.
Yeah. When have you ever read the run sheet, Jack?
It's just as much a surprise to you guys as a surprise to me.
Oh, speaking of surprise, how about that intro?
How about that intro?
Wow.
Oh,
That disclaimer
dude.
was wonderful.
So like 8 years ago, I did like a haunted interactive play around Halloween with Jim O'Hare, who plays Jerry, Gary, Terry.
As you do.
As you do. And after it, I was like, hey, man, can I get your number? And we stayed in touch over the years, just randomly be like, hey, man, how you doing? And I asked him to do it, and he sent me 3 or 4 versions of it. And like in a second, he was just like, oh, I'll do it in a second. He was the nicest guy.
That's awesome.
You hear
Yeah,
good
cool.
things.
Well,
Sweet
big
dude.
thanks.
Yeah.
Big thanks and many thanks to him.
Well, you boys have a good show, and we'll see you soon.
We will.
I'll try
see
to
ya.
adjust my light.
We will. We'll see you in a bit, boys. I'm really feeling this. You know what? This is going to be a good one. I'm feeling cozy. There's a crisp chill on the air. It feels like autumn. I feel like we got some, Jeff went pumpkin picking.
It's 98 fucking degrees here, dude. I'm like, come on, man. Give me some fucking fall weather.
That's not fall.
Something.
That's not fall. I don't know. Do you think we should get into this this episode? You think we should just go? Just go for it?
Let's fucking do it.
Before we do, I want to remind you all, we have merch available. It's store.crashtestlive.com to get all your merch needs met, if you feel so inclined. Live merch is the code. Jack's winking at you through the t-shirts there. You get 15% off your merch order. Code expires at 7 Eastern. Store.crashtestlive.com. Do it now. Do it. Do it now. Go.
Do it.
Go now.
Do it.
Click. It's time for wonderful news. Let's go.
Coming to you live from CTL Studios, it's Wonderful News.
A tourist has returned stolen artifacts from Pompeii after suffering the curse. A Canadian woman has returned 5 artifacts that she took from Pompeii in 2005, saying they have plagued her with bad luck. The woman, identified only as Nicole, sent 2 white mosaic tiles, 2 pieces of amphora vase, and a piece of ceramic wall to the archaeological park of Pompeii, along with a letter explaining her decision. I wanted to have a piece of history that couldn't be bought, wrote the woman, who said she was young and dumb at the time. Since returning to Canada, she said she has suffered 2 bouts of cancer, and has fallen into a ton of financial trouble. She said, I took a piece of history captured in time with so much negative energy attached to it, she wrote. People died in such a horrible way, and I took tiles related to that kind of destruction. Nearby Mount Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD, showering Pompeii with hot rock, volcanic ash, and noxious gas, and burying its residents. The woman related how she had given another tile to a friend and told her the decision to send the artifacts back, but she said she doesn't know if the friend will return hers. Well, damn, that's terrifying.
That's
We're
real.
good people, and I don't want to pass this curse on to my family, my children, or myself anymore. Please forgive the careless act that I committed years ago. Oh my gosh.
I will say, like, as a Canadian, that has to be like the kiss of death, fucking stealing something from Pompeii. Like, that's like, every Canadian is so fucking nice and like a great person.
Yeah.
That is punishable by death up there if you do anything like that.
I would agree.
Yes.
Do you think I feel like that's intense. And she genuinely feels like she was cursed.
I genuinely think it's because she's Canadian. They're not supposed to break rules.
That could well be. As long as she said sorry.
As is tradition.
I think she's going to be all right.
Sorry, guys.
Oh.
Sorry. Before you get to this photo, I have some late breaking news.
Breaking news? Crash Test Live breaking
Whoa.
news? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we're going to have to push that. We're going to have to swipe that photo off to the side. We got some breaking news here.
What we got?
UFO exposed on Google Earth due to melting ice in Antarctica. The melting ice caps are causing many problems, obviously, unfortunately, for planet Earth. The rising sea levels, extreme weather events, the extinction of certain species, and the loss of fresh water to the world are obviously what's happening down there. But they've just uncovered proof that extraterrestrial life exists.
I'm sorry,
because
what?
of the extraterrestrial. I'm trying to do the. That's an impression. It's an impression of somebody we're not going to mention. Anyway, so the melting ice is exposing a lot of things down there, and one of those things that they're exposing are UFOs.
Is this happening like right now?
It's melting as we're talking right now.
Crash Test Live breaking news. There's a video. We have a video.
Yes.
Can
I'm there now.
Take you to this location where you're going to see what appears to be a 60-foot wide disc sticking out of the ground, apparently being recently revealed by the melting snow and ice. And here we go. We're going straight to Antarctica in this video, and there's the object right there. Looks like it was intelligently designed. I'm going to measure it here in just a second. You're going to see it's 60 feet across the center. Half of it is under the ground. The other half is on top of what appears to be frozen snow and ice. And you can tell that this area, more than likely recently, began to thaw out, revealing this intelligently designed structure.
And we're here now, so we're going to work on. We're going to take some technology from them and use them for inventions next time.
What?
How do they know that's a fucking? Like, it's just a circle. How do they know
that's a guy that sounds like he made that video in his basement. I want to believe.
Let's bring in Tom DeLonge. Do we have Tom DeLonge?
I mean, I guess like
Can we get Tom?
Weird disc-shaped things don't really occur naturally, do they? Is that a thing?
I'm not
not at liberty to discuss.
I'm not at liberty to discuss circular shaped discs.
Somebody in the chat says they just looked it up and it's fake. Well,
how do you fucking know?
We're going to find out. We're going to know for sure because I'm obviously right here.
You've gone from the pumpkin patch directly down to Antarctica to find out yourself. Yes, Jeff. Okay. Breaking news. Hey, I don't write the news.
First.
Jeff just tells me to read it.
You heard it here first.
I do his bidding. A Knox County man faces charges after trying to resurrect his grandmother. You heard it here first. Knox County, Tennessee man in jail causing nearly $30,000 in damages to a cemetery in an attempt to resurrect his grandmother. This is true. Law enforcement responded on Monday night to reports of vandalism at the church cemetery of Huckleberry Springs Road. Extensive damage, including dig sites and broken headstones, were found. Danny admitted to destroying some of the property in an attempt to resurrect his grandmother, who was buried at the cemetery. Frazier was arrested and charged with vandalism. I wish there was more to that story as far as like what his plan was.
Yeah, we're going bowling or something for one last time, one last bowl.
Like, yeah. What did you want with Grandma?
Just carry her corpse to the bowling alley.
Maybe Grandma didn't want to come back. Yeah, weekend at Bernie's grandma to the bowling alley.
I do. Sorry to interrupt, but I do like saying "you heard it here first" every time when we're obviously getting our news from somewhere else.
You heard it here first. Yeah, we source all of our news from other news sources, obviously.
But you heard it here first.
But you heard it here. Yeah, late breaking and for the first time, exclusive. I don't know if legally we can say that. I feel like resurrecting your grandparents is not the move. I'm just gonna say it, and here's why.
Did you have shitty grandparents?
No, my grandparents were lovely, but
yeah,
if you make it to that age, you don't want to come back, do you? You've had a good life.
If I make it past 30, I've lived an amazing life.
Like, don't bring me back into this mess.
Yeah,
I've seen enough. The end credits rolled. I'm good. I know who the assistant director was. You know, I'm pleased.
The world was. We made it past the 90s, and nothing will beat the 90s. So we're good, baby.
The world was enough.
The world was enough. All right.
It's a good song title in there, though. Resurrecting Grandma.
And also, the world was enough.
Grandma doesn't want to come back. No, she don't want to come back. I don't know. We're working on it. It's working.
Bowl.
Here's a fun one. Men who had sex with horses, dogs, goats, and a cow need to be put in jail. That's the headline.
That's all you get.
That's the headline.
You heard it here first.
3 Pennsylvania men who pleaded guilty to having sex with hundreds of times with horses, goats, dogs, and a cow. One cow.
I was going to say, maybe it's your place, but no, you don't have a cow.
You stop that.
Sorry.
Don't you ever put that evil on me. They're still serving their decades-long prison sentences. An appeals court has decided. I hate this. All the news sucks this week.
Welcome to 2020, baby. You heard it here first.
730 counts of sexual intercourse with animals.
Damn, you're getting more ass than I am.
Damn it, Jack. No.
Sorry.
Over the course of 5 years, they were reported to the authorities in 2018. Investigators said the person who turned them in would be summoned to retrieve the animals and take them to a specially designed... oh, God, this is just horrible. All of this is horrible. And I don't want to... No.
There's a picture of it?
Rye says there's a picture, but I'm hesitant to know what the picture is.
What's the picture?
Do we want to know? Oh, it's a mugshot? Well, yeah, sure. Let's see it. Yep. Those are guys that fuck animals for sure.
Well.
Yep.
Can't fuck a human? Must like those guys aren't getting laid the normal way. So, ugh, disgusting.
I'm just like, dude, I don't know if I want to go on with this episode. Can we just call it? I feel like
24 minutes is pretty good.
We've done all right. What do you think, chat? Should we just park this one here today?
Yeah.
I feel like it's been rough. Oh, did you see this? Actually, this one was kind of crazy. This dude
end
was
on a good note.
This dude was I don't know if it's a good note, but this dude was stalked by a cougar on a trail for 6 minutes. Did you see this video?
Yeah,
let's play the video.
Scary.
Fucking no.
I hate that so much.
Bad kitty.
Dude.
Bad kitty.
You can't run.
No, if you run it will absolutely take you out.
So what the fuck do you do? Like, how did this guy?
Apparently, you just have to keep going. No. Get the fuck away.
He literally goes, please stop. I love it so much.
Please go. Yeah, the fact that he said please is probably what did it.
Please
Cats
go away. He's like, okay.
Yeah, cats enjoy manners. They don't like disrespect. What would you do, Jack? What would you do? Be honest.
Honestly, dude, I'm not a fighter. You know me. I would just lay down and just take it.
That would be it. You would just undress and
I guess
present yourself.
I'll die.
Guess I'll die.
We need to get the guess I'll die picture up here.
Please, somebody, for the love of God.
It's so good.
You know what? I'm done. I'm done with the news for today. There's another story. I don't even want to read it. The news sucks this week. Let's just call it what it is, and put a pin in this. We'll come back.
We get a surprise for you guys when we come back.
We do?
Surprise. Yes.
We got a surprise?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's take a break and see what happens. Hi, welcome back to the show.
Wow.
Whew. Is this the surprise? Ryan and Jeff are here?
Surprise.
No, I baked souffle and I didn't burn it.
A baked ziti.
I was ready for some souffle this week.
I'm still up in the air what souffle is.
I don't know the difference between souffle and flan.
That's what I'm saying.
One is very egg based. I know that. Are they both eggy?
Guess I'll flan.
I'm on an all pumpkin diet right now, so.
Dude.
It's a big day today. Episode 15, I think. And
correct.
What do you got for us, Ryan?
We are going to try out a new. What's the term? They don't like us to say segment.
Portion.
Russ hates when we say segment,
I know,
so let's
Russ
say
does not
segment.
A new flan.
We got a proverbial flan, if you will, of
A new hope
words
for the show.
of content. New content.
Was that Star Wars? Was that Star Wars?
That
That
is
a
a
Ryan's
Star Wars
mouth?
reference, yeah.
All right, fucking
Fresh content.
So we have a new. We're gonna call it a segment, and Russ can yell at me later. And it's tentatively called Script Tease. That's right, Script.
Love that. Love that graphic.
Oh my god! And basically, we're gonna have Alex and Jack read a scene from a movie, whether it's one of our favorites or a classic, and a classic scene from a movie script. Now they don't know the scene; they don't know the movie.
Okay.
About a 10% into it or so, Jeff and I are gonna throw some curveballs. Whether it be Jack, you need to read it in an accent, or Alex, you need to do it with your hand over your mouth or something like that. And they will then finish the scene having these curveballs thrown at them. Now, Jeff and I do know the movie, and Jeff and I will be helping the scene move along via narration and other characters. We will not have any curveballs. We are going to play it straight as the professional actors that
It's
we are.
like a table read,
It's like a table read.
but you're messing with us.
I will tell you right now, it is not Fangirl. That is not the movie.
I know this
thank
one.
God.
All right.
So without further ado, this week, Reed, do we have something for this week?
How does this work?
Yeah, how's this work?
I need a password.
Don't
Yeah.
you worry. We'll take it to you. We're going to have you read, and you got it? You got the little...
That life finds a way.
Is that our scene?
That's going to be our scene.
Is
That's our
that
scene?
is that from the hit movie Scream? What is that from?
Life.
That is from Jurassic Park. Now, Alex and Jack, in your inboxes, you will have a PDF from me.
Yeah.
The password to open the PDF is poop.
What?
P-O-O-P.
Ryan.
No, it's my password for everything. So,
All right.
Jack, you will be playing the part of Malcolm.
Okay.
Alex, you'll be playing the part of Hammond, and then later Muldoon, because there's not enough lines from Hammond.
It says
I will be the narrator.
Jack's playing Hammond.
On here, on here it does say I'm Malcolm.
Okay, I flipped those. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So
Alex,
Am I
you're
Malcolm or
going to be
Hammond?
Malcolm and Muldoon.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
Jack,
Okay.
you're going to be Hammond. Ryan is the narrator and Ellie. Jeff, you're going to be both Wu and Grant. Lot of characters.
All right.
So
All right, you guys
I'm
ready?
playing two different characters.
Oh yeah,
And so
but
am
they're
I.
not. You're gonna be spread out between.
Okay.
Okay. Open scene.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Andrew
All right.
Cook.
That was great.
Here we go.
Off to a great start.
Everybody get in character. You ready?
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Let's do this. What's my motivation?
Hammond puts on a pair of plastic gloves. The egg begins to crack. The robotic arm moves away. A baby dinosaur tries to get out, just its head sticking out of the shell. Hammond reaches down and carefully breaks away egg fragments, helping the baby dinosaur out of its shell.
Come on, then. Out you come. They imprint
on the...
Sorry.
No, Jack, no.
That actually was Jack's line. It's my bad. Jack, continue on, please.
They imprint on the first living creature they come in contact with. That helps them to trust me. I've been present for the birth of every animal on the island. Just look at that.
Surely not the ones that have been bred in the wild.
Actually, they can't breed in the wild. Population control is one of our security precautions here. There is no unauthorized breeding in Jurassic Park.
How do they know they can't breed?
Well, because all the animals in Jurassic Park are female. We've engineered them that way.
Hammond keeps his attention trained on the new dinosaur.
There you are. Out you come.
Oh my God! Okay, pause. At this moment, Alex, you are going to continue both of your characters as a creepy older guy who can only really whisper into a microphone. Jack, you are going to continue your character as a prototypical California surfer bro. Okay, here we go. So, Ellie. Oh my God!
Could I have a tissue, please?
Right away, coming right up.
The animal is now free. Hammond sets into carefully next to its shell. Grant picks it up and holds it in his palm of his hand under the incubator heat light.
Blood temperature feels like high 80s.
Will?
91.
Grant picks up the large broken half shell, but the robotic arm snatches it back out of its hand and puts it down.
Oh, yes. It holds that temperature? Incredible.
Malcolm is looking at Hammond, skeptical.
Malcolm?
Did I lose my place? Shit.
Yeah.
Yes, sure did. But again, how do you know they're all female? Does someone go into the park and lift up the dinosaur skirts?
We control their chromosomes. It's not that difficult. All vertebrate embryos are inherently female anyway. It just takes an extra hormone at the right developmental stage to create a male. We simply deny him that.
Your silence intrigues me, man.
John, the kind of control you're attempting is not possible. If there's one thing in the history of evolution has taught us, it's that life will not be contained. Life breaks free. It expands to new territories. It crashes through barriers. Painfully, maybe even dangerously. But, well, there it is.
Ellie listens to him, impressed.
Watch your head. Support her.
Grant, ignoring the others, picks up the baby dinosaur and holds it on the palm of his hand under the incubator's heat light. He spreads the tiny animal out on the back of his hand and delicately runs his finger over its tail, counting the vertebrae. A look of puzzled recognition crosses his face.
You're telling me a group composed entirely of females will breed?
I'm simply saying that life finds a way.
You can't control anything. I agree with that. I like that. Ellie walks over to Malcolm. He smiles at her, too warmly. You can talk. I don't know how to say it. You're just articulate. You say everything that I think, that I feel. It's exciting. I find it so exciting. You can't control life. Life will find a way.
That's right. We'll break through.
I just get a little...
I know. It's very exciting.
And scary. When people try to control things that it's out of their power...
it's anti-nature.
Yeah, it's anti-nature. Grant doesn't notice as he's still obsessed with the infant dinosaur, measuring and weighing it on a nearby lab bench. He stops, a strange look on his face. He knows what this animal is, but it can't be.
What species is this? It's a velociraptor, okay?
Grant and Ellie turn slowly and look at each other, then look at Hammond, astonished.
You've bred raptors?
All right, now we're outside in the raptor pen. Grant charges across the compound, a fire in his eyes, ahead of Ellie, Malcolm, and Gennaro. I don't know who that is. Hammond struggles to keep up.
Dr. Grant, we plan to show you the raptors later, after lunch.
But Grant has stopped abruptly next to the Velociraptor pen, which we recognize as the heavily fortified cage we saw earlier, which the San Quentin towers, whatever. Grant stands up against the fence, eyes wide, dying for a glimpse. Hammond catches up, slightly out of breath.
Dr. Grant, as I was saying, man, we laid out lunch for you to head into the park. Alejandro, our gourmet chef.
What are they doing?
As they watch, a giant crane lowers something large down into the middle of the jungle foliage inside the pen. Something very large. It's a steer. The poor thing looks disconcerted as hell, flailing its legs in the air.
Feeding them. Alejandro's preparing a delightful meal for us. Chilean sea bass, I believe. Shall we?
Grant goes up to the viewing deck. The others follow, staring as the steer disappears into the shroud of foliage. The line from the crane hangs for a moment. The jungle seems to grow very quiet. They all stare at the motionless crane line. It jerks suddenly, like a fishing pole finally getting a nibble. There's a pause, and then a frenzy. The line jerks every which way. The jungle plants away and snap from some frantic activity within. There's a cacophony of growling, of snapping, of wet crunches that mean the steer is literally being torn to pieces, and it almost makes it worse that they can't see anything of what's going on, and then it's quiet again. The line jerks a few times and stops. Slowly the sound of the jungle starts up again.
Fascinating animals, man. Fascinating.
Oh my God.
Give time. They'll outdraw the T-Rex, I guarantee it.
I want to see them. Can we get closer or what?
Ellie puts a hand on his arm, like calming an overexcited child. Alan, these aren't bones anymore.
We're still perfecting a viewing system. The raptors seem to be a bit resistant to integration into a park setting.
They should all be destroyed. They turn around and look at the man who spoke. It's Robert Muldoon. The grim-faced man who was present at the accident at the beginning is 40-ish, British. He joins them and takes his hat off. When Muldoon talks, you listen.
Robert Muldoon, my game warden from Kenya. Bit of an alarmist, I'm afraid, but, you know, he's dealt with raptors more than anyone.
Mr. Grant?
Oh, is that me? What?
Alan Grant.
Highlighted here.
Tell me, what kind of metabolism do they have? What's their growth rate?
Am I still an old man, even though it's a different character?
Yes, you're a British old man.
Oh, yes, I'm Grant. Alan Grant, right? What? I'm Alan Grant. Tell me, what kind of metabolism do they have? What's their growth rate or rate of growth?
They're lethal at 8 months, and I do lethal. I've hunted most things that can hunt you, but the way these things move.
Fast for a biped?
Cheetah speed, 50, 60 miles per hour if they ever go out in the open. They're astonishing jumpers.
Yes, which is why we take extreme precautions. The viewing area below us will have an 8-inch tempered glass set and a reinforced steel frames to...
Do they show intelligence? With the brain cavity like theirs, we assumed...
They show extreme intelligence, even problem solving, especially the big one. We bred 8 originally, but when she came in, she took over the pride and killed all but 2 of the others. That one... When she looks at you, you can see she's thinking, working things out. She's the reason we've had to feed them like this. She had them all attacking the fences when the feeders came.
The fences are electrified, right?
That's right. Sorry, I fell asleep for a moment there. But they never attacked the same place twice. They were testing the fences for weaknesses, systematically. They remembered.
Behind them, the crane whirs back to life, raising the cable back up out of the raptor pen. The guests turn and stare at the end portion of the cable becomes visible. The steer has been dragged completely away, leaving only the tattered, bloody harness. Hammond claps his hands together excitedly.
Who's hungry? After you, my dear.
And Steve.
Yay! And scene.
All right.
I landed. I feel like I landed on like fucked up David Attenborough by the end of that.
Oh my God. Oh man, that was funny.
That was really fun.
What in the hell? So that's a bit.
A portion, a healthy portion.
Oh my God.
Well done, boys.
That was
good.
insane.
Yeah,
Nice
that was
reading.
fun.
That's probably one of my favorite things we've ever done.
Yeah.
I think we should do that for a while on the show.
Yeah, I love that.
If for no one else's entertainment, just our own. Oh my God, Jack, you really found the surfer bro after like 2 lines. You were really locked in.
I found Spicoli, man. I found Spicoli.
That's exactly what we had on the list.
Yeah,
That was a phenomenal. Yeah, there you go.
That's good.
Spicoli.
Phenomenal scene choice, by the way, boys.
Everyone did a
Phenomenal
great
scene
job. Yeah.
That's
You
funny.
guys had a lot of work too.
Yeah.
You guys had a lot to carry. in that.
We should ask the chat what movie we should do next.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you guys have any ideas for scenes in movies or types of curveballs, feel free to email them at info@crashtestlive.com.
Yes, please
And
do.
we will do it. Please don't do that ever again.
I can't stop. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. When we get back, it's the return. It's the return of Master Debaters to settle once and for all. Is candy corn good or is it terrible? Stick around. Find out when we get back. It's Crash Test Live.
Master Debaters. Master Debaters.
Forgot about that song. That
I'm still laughing about the last bit.
was fun, dude.
It's so stupid.
It was really fun.
Oh, it was so good. All right. It's time now for Master Debaters. This week, candy corn, is it good or is it shit? The rules are as follows. Each team member gets about 1 minute to make a case for their side of the argument. Contestants are pre-assigned to who their teammate will be. They don't get to choose. That's not how it goes here. No interrupting the other team during their statement or rebuttal, but you can make reactions, facial expressions. The council is summoned from the sacred temple of absolute knowledge, aka Stack, to give the final word on who won the debate. If the council has a split decision, fan voting in the live chat determines the winning team. On my team today, and I'm very proud to say that we are 4 candy corn. Her name is Alyssa. She's 23 from Indiana. She's a freelance graphic designer. She's been to 3 all-time low shows in Chicago, 3 different venues. She loves art, photography, video games, and writing. She has 3 dogs, Vincenzo, Salvatore, or just Vinny, Lucifer, and Stormtrooper, and a guinea pig named Foxy. She sent a video. Let's check it out.
Hi, my name is Alyssa, and I like candy corn.
All right, there you have it.
That's great.
Yep. So we're gonna introduce Alyssa. Welcome, Alyssa.
Hey,
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm great, and I'm more excited now because you put a lot of effort into that video, and it gives me great hope that we're gonna once and for all squash this beef and really do justice for the corns.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Justice they deserve. Thanks for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Glad you're here. It's an honor.
Glad to be here.
And arguing on Team Jack against Candy Corn, her name is Mo. She's 26 from Virginia, makes artwork out of candy wrappers. That might go work against you. 21 shoeboxes of candy wrappers for art supplies. She's a full-time college student, has 2 associate's degrees, and is studying to get her bachelor's degree. Wow.
Sounds really expensive.
Sounds pretty expensive. She has 3 cats, Sherlock, Lytton, and Mushu. And 2 tattoos.
You guys got a bunch of pets. We got a bunch of Dr. Doolittles up in the house.
Let's welcome Mo to the show, everybody.
Hi.
Switch.
Hi, Mo. Welcome to the show.
Thank
nice to
you.
have you.
I'm excited to be here.
Now,
Hell yeah.
I see that you've chosen to argue against candy corn, which is obviously a mistake, but it's nevertheless, I'm excited you're here.
Well, maybe you made a mistake for liking candy corn.
Well, maybe you did.
Maybe we'll win.
Let's keep it civil for now, guys. Let's keep it civil for now.
Sorry, I'm heated. I'm getting heated about this already. So how do we want to do this? Who's going first? Do we want for or against to go first? What do we think, Jack?
Go for it. Go. You. What on Alyssa goes first?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll start. Alyssa, you're gonna go. Then Mo will go. Then I'll go, and then Jack will go. Sound fair?
Yeah.
All right. Well, if we're all agreed upon, if the terms are agreed upon, let's begin the debate.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, candy corn has been around for over 100 years, since the 1880s. It has a unique flavor consisting of vanilla, honey, and marshmallow. It's a fat-free candy, allowing you to feel less guilty when you're eating handfuls at a time. It's the perfect seasonal candy, and it also has its own holiday. Candy corn's shape makes it stand apart from its other candy counterparts, which are mostly round or turd-like. You can do many things with it. You can add it to other treats. You can play with it by making it into a candy corn cob. You can stick it in your mouth and have fangs. You can even make martinis out of it. There are beers and Oreos that are made with candy corn and or its flavoring. In addition to original candy corn, there are at least 13 other kinds. And finally, there are 9 billion candy corn kernels produced each year, making it sound like more people actually like it like candy corn than they claim. Because why else would you make that much? That's it.
Pretty good.
I think those are all very good points.
Nice job.
I think she made some very good points.
Someone in the chat goes, martinis, you say? I'm sold.
Mm-hmm. I'm back in.
I hate candy, but I love getting fucked up.
I'm back in, baby.
Yeah.
Mo, what do you have to say?
I would say that the first 3 ingredients of candy corn is sugar, corn syrup, and confectioner's glaze. And you don't actually get to flavoring ingredients until further down the list. So it doesn't have a lot of flavor. It kind of tastes like the ghost of vanilla to me. And
Ghost of vanilla.
I don't like the texture. The texture is weird too. The texture feels like if you went and ate a vanilla candle. And if you did that in a Bath and Body Works, you'd probably get kicked out. Texture also kind of reminds me of Good and Plenty, which is like that licorice stuff, which who actually likes black licorice? Because I sure don't. But my last most important argument is that going back to the third ingredient, the confectioner's glaze, is made out of bug secretions, and when they harvest it, they can't help but have some bugs in it. That's the shiny stuff that goes on the outside of the candy.
Ew!
Good to know. Also, sorry, but the Ghost of Vanilla is maybe the episode name.
Yeah. That was real good. We might not be able to come back from that one.
The Ghost of Vanilla.
Ghost of Vanilla was strong. Fucking hell. All right.
That was good.
All right, listen up, people. Here's the deal. I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum today. If you don't like it, you don't like it, and that's fine. That's just fine. What I'm not about is hating on America. The year is 1880. I think. I lost it. It was something like 1880. Yeah. Working for the Philadelphia-based Wonderl Candy Company, where it went by the name Buttercream and Chicken Corn. This was a wholly American candy, not like the other candies stolen from international candy companies and reintegrated into the United States candy universe. It's an American candy, built on freedom, hard work, the American labor force. And I think what's happened recently is that it's become fun to hate on candy corn. It's become cool to hate candy corn. Candy corn didn't do anything wrong. Candy corn didn't change its flavor. It's been delicious since 1880. It's just vanilla-y sugar. Who cares? Who cares? Let it live. But don't just jump on the bandwagon and hate on something because it's suddenly cool to hate. I say this to you. Why be un-American? Andrew Cook himself, the other day, producer of this show, said, I fucking hate candy corn. But you know what I do love? I love the little candy pumpkins. You know what I say to that, Andrew? They're the same fucking thing. It's the same thing, Andrew. So if you like the pumpkins, you like the candy corn. And you're just another one of those bandwagon fans hating on something because America told you to. And as such, hating on America. And I don't approve of that. Thank you.
Andrew says, stop slandering me.
He deserves it.
Pro-American. That's a good argument.
I don't know.
I love that.
I don't know. I'm British, so I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
The
I
time.
had a bunch of notes and I lost them. Sorry, go ahead.
The time, 1898. The place, Jelly Belly Candy Company, formerly known as Herman Golitz Candy Company and Golitz Confectionery Candy Company.
That's right.
The mission, mass produce a candy called Chicken Feed that looks like corn when it's stacked up. Why chicken feed, you may ask? Because in 1998, that's who ate corn, chickens. At the time, it wasn't even considered good enough for humans. Was the mission a success, you might ask? No, because when stacked, the candy looked a lot less corn and a lot more like anus. With teeth. Anus with teeth. I present you the brand spanking new name for candy corn, anus teeth. Please have a nice day.
Damn it. Damn it. You're pre-research, man. You're pre-research. It's too good. All right, we're going to need the council, I think. We need the council for this.
Oh. Jeff seems to be outside of the.
Who talks first?
You go ahead, Jeff.
I'm just whatever.
I'm outside the front gates of Stack over here. I'll come into you with the absolute knowledge of this, and I think, as the oldest person in the room, I feel like I have maybe some taste knowledge with these. I don't like them. The consistency is horrible. The flavor is close to horrible.
Ghost of vanilla.
Left of horrible.
I feel haunted. The ghost of vanilla wants me craving something of substance, something that exists.
We're gonna have to go to the chat here, I think, because I like them, and I have to say that with Alex and Alyssa said, I think they just get hate because they're there for a month, and they're so easy to hate during that month. But if they were spread out across the year, they just wouldn't exist. Like, nobody would care. They're not great. They're fine. Andrew Cook made a good point in that you can do buck teeth with the thingies, and that's fun. I love doing that.
It's wholesome fun.
So I think we're just going to have to go. Also, you guys did a great job, both Mo and Alyssa. You guys both,
great job.
Fans
Mo and Alyssa, a.k.a. Melissa.
So I don't know if we're doing a poll that we can bring up the answers later, or if we're just going to look at the old chat right now.
The chat hates it, but the chat doesn't know, because the chat is just, again, this is the thing. This is what I was talking about.
The chat seems to be not even talking about candy corn, but talking about something called anus teeth.
I think that's the anus teeth.
So
that's what I'm saying. It is. It's a cheap shot. It's the Nickelback of candy. I should have said that. I wish I said that. It's like
I had that and I didn't write it down.
Oh, God damn it, Alyssa. Sorry.
More coulda, woulda, shoulda from Team Gaskarth over here.
It's looking like Team Against is winning this battle.
All right.
So you won, Jack.
Got to win something, all right?
Well, that's fine.
It's not exciting. Like,
they don't seem too happy about.
Hey, you know what's great about this, Alyssa? More for me and you.
Yep.
More for me and you.
Perfect.
Great job, guys.
That's right. Great job, guys.
Good job, everyone. Well done. You guys are fantastic.
Way to
Shirts are in the mail.
debate. Way to debate, man.
Way to debate. Thank you for being on the show, guys.
We love you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
See you guys. Well done. Bye. Bye. Fuck, man. I don't know if I can take another beating. Debater beating.
Debater beating. A debater beating.
It's just fucking demoralizing every week. Every time.
It's fine.
Every fucking time, man.
Ooh,
Chat's always out to get me. You sent me something this week in the mail.
Did you finally get it?
I did.
It sat in your mailbox for fucking.
You hear that sound? I didn't check my mail for a whole week, and then I finally checked it, and sure enough,
is it melted?
Gift. No, I don't think so. We'll find out after the bump. It's time for Jack Snacks. Yeah. Candy corn's fine. Y'all are haters. Jack, I'm very excited.
Yeah, they look good.
So,
Describe them to me.
You relinquished tasting duties to me this week.
Yes.
Which I'm quite excited about because these look phenomenal. This week on Jack Snacks, we got we got pumpkin pie Kit Kats, dude.
Let's go.
Pumpkin pie Kit Kats. This is a loud
Yes.
one. So I don't know if you've had. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Alex Snacks. Are they melted?
No, but just opening the bag, which is full of more wrapped candies, right?
Yeah.
But just opening the bag, I get a waft of like fall scent.
Ooh.
It's like it smells like cinnamon.
If you don't like them, you can use them as bathroom potpourri.
This is lovely.
Pumpkin potpourri, if you will.
All right. There's different colored wrappers, and I'm wondering if there's different. No, they're all pumpkin pie. Okay. Bless you.
Thank you.
All right, let's take a look. So, upon initial unwrapping, they are orange in color, which is exciting.
Sick.
I love a different colored Kit Kat, like a surprise Kit Kat. You know, it kind of looks like a gold bar.
It looks like a Lego, or a gold bar.
When the economy collapses, this is what we'll use to buy things from one another. I'm just gonna go for it.
Yep.
Classic Kit Kat wafery taste. Chocolate around the outside.
Are they good as they sound?
I'm processing. Hold on.
Yeah, process. Let the body process.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude, these are fire.
Let's go! I'm jealous.
Okay, so it's like a graham cracker almost, with like a pumpkin spice latte smashed in the center of it.
Oh, that sounds
but
fucking
like
amazing.
the Kit Kat wafer. The Kit Kat wafer.
Kit Kat wafer.
The Kit Kat wafer. I'm gonna say this might be better than the matcha, the green ones.
Oh, yeah.
And you know how much I love those.
You love the matchas.
Oh my god.
We're gonna need a score at some point.
I'm gonna eat like fucking 14 of these before we get to the next bit.
Put them in the fridge.
I'm going. I gotta freeze them next. Damn.
Yeah.
My day just got so much better. Oh god, I'm allergic to cinnamon. Shit. I forgot about that. No, I'm gonna give these. It's got to be a 10 out of 10.
But whoa, there's never been a 10 out of 10. Alex.
Well, now there is, motherfucker. You shouldn't have handed the reins over like this. But
god damn it!
Like honestly, this is a perfectly executed snack.
Balanced snack.
Yeah, I knew going in. I'm getting a Kit Kat. Crunch chocolate. I was excited for that. Then you get smashed over the head with all the cinnamon fall flavors. I will say this. Okay, it's not a 10 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10. And I'll tell you why. Because I don't think I would want it any other time than now. October.
So it's not the perfect snack.
No. October, it's the perfect snack.
Yeah.
This month, 10 out of 10. But I think if it's like April, I'm looking for something else.
Yeah. Like you got a margarita or something.
Reed said, what about November? And I say, after Halloween, we switch. We switch from Halloween fall to wintry Christmas vibes. That's just what I do. That's how it works in my book. So I'm going to need a peppermint Kit Kat in November. Or like a turkey and gravy Kit Kat.
You have another snack coming to you in the mail right now.
It better be turkey and gravy Kit Kats. 9 out of 10.
Let's go.
9 out of 10.
Must be nice.
I'm gonna send some to you. Thank you for that.
Just
it was a
send
treat.
it back.
I'm gonna send it back to you. You deserve this. That was a tasty treat.
I'm glad you like it. It's pretty. How's it feel to be the king, man? Sitting up top of Jack Snacks.
Someone goes, wait, are you actually allergic to cinnamon? No, I'm not. I would not be. I would not be having a good time right now if I was.
Fucking dies on
But
it.
thank you for your concern. Guess I'll die. It's time now for fun facts. Let's roll it. The sigh at the end is so good. The word pumpkin showed up for the first time in the fairy tale Cinderella.
Oh, nice.
Did you know that? Bet you didn't know that. A French explorer in 1584 first called them gros melons.
Ooh.
Gross. How do you say that? Rye, French? Jack, French? Pronunciation? Gros. Is it gros melons?
Gros.
Gros melons?
No S sound. Pas de E.
So just gros melon. Okay.
Gros melon.
Like Post Malone.
Gros melon.
Yeah. Gros melon.
Which was translated into English as pompions, according to history. It wasn't until the 17th century that they were referred to as pumpkins. That's true.
Melon.
Autumn, Post Malone. Autumn used to be called harvest until about 1500. The 1500s. Autumn was just called harvest. The full moon closest to the autumn equinox is known as the harvest moon. Before cities electrified, the bright night of the harvest moon was essential for farmers harvesting their late year crops.
Of course.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
As a farmer myself, I do appreciate one harvest moon.
Do you ever read the almanac? Is that something you have to do?
The farmer's almanac? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a requirement. Before I could close on my property, I had to
memorize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a test. There's a test. And an old guy pokes you with a pitchfork. It's nice. That was my favorite part. I've got Kit Kat in me. The oldest house in the USA is the Fairbanks House in Dedham, Massachusetts, built in 1641, making it the oldest surviving timber frame house in North America. Did you know that, Jack? You didn't know that, did you?
Absolutely knew that.
How could you possibly?
Because I read the Farmer's Almanac.
And it's in there.
Trust
me, it's in there. Page 376. The cook right after what does corn look like? The cookies that the Cookie Monster enjoys on Sesame Street are actually painted rice cakes.
Oh, why?
And his whole life is a lie.
Interesting.
Can you imagine if Cookie Monster found out?
He would not be happy.
No, he would not. Don't tell him. He would flip. Flip his lid.
Flip his dick.
In A Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's sweater is scientifically scary. It's true. Wes Craven designed Freddy's striped sweater after reading in Scientific American, not the Farmer's Almanac, that the human eye has difficulty recognizing those particular shades of red and green side by side. Therefore, looking at his sweater is subliminally unsettling.
Ooh. God damn it, there's such a great picture I want to post right now, but I retweeted it, but it'd be perfect for this.
Why? Do it.
God damn it. Read. Show us. I retweeted it. No, it's gone. It's gone forever. It's gone forever, yeah.
Okay. This one has a video. The largest maze world is located in Yangcheng, Jiangsu, China. With hedges as tall as a human, the Yangcheng Dafeng Dream Maze has the Guinness World Records title for the largest maze and the largest hedge maze. It's huge. Right. We have a video. Check it out. Holy shit!
That's fucking crazy.
I feel like you could legitimately get lost and like actually perish in there.
You just see all these people. Yeah, don't go in, you're gonna die.
You may never be seen again. All these kids just freaking out.
You just
holy hell.
It's all those people smiling and having a good time, and it just cuts to like a bunch of bodies of people that never.
I've been in here for 75 years.
Reed, do you have the picture?
Oh, Jesus. I love that.
It's such a good dude. It's so good.
It's kind of sad. Poor Freddy.
I forgot to chase my own.
Poor guy.
Everyone needs a smoke break sometimes.
Even Freddy.
For
a clown to trademark their look as at Clowns International, instead of keeping photographs or sketches of the clown's makeup, details are painted on ceramic eggs and decorated with collars, bow ties, wigs, and miniature hats made from the clown's actual costume material. I gotta see that. There's a picture. Oh no!
No,
no, dude.
No.
No.
Two of the scariest things in the fucking world combined.
Absolutely not. Lulu Adams is great.
Fuck.
All right, get this off my feed.
Wait, what are the two scariest things? Clowns and eggs?
Yes, Ryan. You know I have a fear of eggs.
Ovophobia.
Oh, Ryan, what is the fear of eggs called? Because I have that. Can you look it up?
I was literally
ovophobia.
Is it really ovophobia?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Ovophobia.
Oh, why the fuck did you know that?
I didn't.
It's my condition. Why did you know that?
Because I know you better than you know yourself. Ovo is egg. I knew that. So I just extrapolating the English language.
And what language do you think that is?
I pieced it together, man. I pieced it together. I cracked the code. I cracked the code. We got to keep this episode moving.
Yeah.
The script reading took a long time, so it's time now
sorry.
for bad advice from good boys. Shall we check back in with Ryan Jeff?
A new installment of Bad Advice from Good Boys. The number you are trying to reach is busy. The number you are trying to reach is busy. The number you are trying to reach is busy. You've got mail. The number you are trying to reach is busy. You've got mail. EA Sports. It's in the game.
Fucking nightmare sequence.
Alex,
right
You've Got Mail is really good in that, I'm realizing.
Thank you. I did the original. I was 9 years old. They pitched me down.
The original was done by a guy named Elwood Edwards.
Really?
Elwood Edwards.
Why wasn't that on Fun Facts today, Jeff?
The original guy
maybe it
to
was
create
one
the
of the ones
clown
who didn't
eggs?
read.
Like
Sorry,
the
what?
clown egg guy was Edwards.
Elwood. Okay, so a lot of the mail this week was Halloween based, so I want to keep a lot of that for our All Hallows Eve episode.
Yeah, I feel like last week, didn't I say something though about like, because we were talking about ghosts or something? Didn't I say I wanted like spooky?
Yeah.
Were there any ghost stories, Rye?
Yeah, you don't. Well, listen to this one. This is from Millie from Northwest England. She's got a spooky with 2 zeros instead of the O.
Ooh, look out.
So when I was a baby, I'm Millie. So when I was a baby, my parents had taken me out, and on our way home, in the dark, we were driving past this woodland area that surrounds an old manor house where people get married, etc. My dad is driving along when all of a sudden something huge falls from the trees onto the road in front of us. You got it so far?
Mm-hmm.
My dad stopped, obviously, but had his wife and newborn baby daughter in the car, so was apprehensive about getting out. He decided to go and check it out, and as he got closer, he realized this was a human being with no head. So he's standing there for a couple of minutes in complete shock, wondering what to do, when the headless body jumps up and starts charging at him.
What?
He runs back to the car and floors it as soon as possible to get out of there. The next day, my dad calls the hall, I don't know what that is, some British thing, to ask if anything weird had been going on. And that's when they found out that this headless man had actually been a guest from a wedding who'd gotten drunk, climbed a tree, fell out of said tree onto the road, and in the process, his suit had come up over his head, giving him the appearance of being headless. The alcohol had obviously numbed any pain caused by his fall, and when he'd gotten up disoriented, he'd started running in the direction of my dad. So thankfully, it wasn't as scary as it could have been, but still a huge fright and a hilarious story that I love to tell. This podcast is getting me through a stressful time studying for my master's in the middle of COVID, so thank you.
That's so good.
That's funny.
I love that.
What a roller coaster that was.
Yeah.
I was genuinely like, what the fuck? Seriously?
I stopped breathing for a couple minutes.
I noticed that. You okay?
That's called death.
Yeah, I almost fainted. It's weird.
Jack died for a minute there.
Let's go around the room real quick and discuss everyone's proclivity for believing in the paranormal. We don't have to get into like the religious aspect, more so just spooky paranormal witchcraft.
Yes, praise him, Ryan. Thank you.
Let's go 1 to 10. If 1 is there's no way ever that would exist, and 10 is I'm standing next to a ghost right now. Where do you land? Alex?
I don't really believe in ghosts or anything like that. I do think that there is some capacity for something that we don't fully understand about reality.
I'm going to stop you there because I know that this can go another hour. And I think
so. Let me explain. Let me break it down.
Ryan,
reality is in 4 parts.
You didn't open up a can. You didn't open up a can of worms. You opened up a whole goddamn worm store. Okay,
worm factory.
The worm factory.
God damn it.
All right, so we'll give Alex a 7 in that he believes that there's something, maybe not paranormal, but something else out there.
I'm going with 5. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Right,
if
so
0
Alex
is
got a
nothing,
7.
I'm going right in the middle. I don't know.
Jeffrey?
Well, I do want to believe, but I also would love to have some proof. So I'm going to go with a 2.
2? Okay. Mr. Bearcat.
That is, I would have called you a 6 or a 7, Jeffrey.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
For spoopies, yeah.
Okay, because that's gonna make me seem higher like Jeff, which is not. But I think like a 2 and a 3. But I'm nowhere near Jeff. Like I'll put Jeff at a 7 and me at a 2 or 3.
Well,
I'm gonna go ahead and change the number for you.
Jeff, are you counting ETs in that number?
I thought we were talking about ghosts only.
Yeah, right. It's not the same shit. I know you've seen one movie about anything that's not real.
I saw ET once, and there was a finger, and I think there was a ghost in there too.
No ghost in ET.
Phone boy.
All right, so we'll just go ghost. Jack, so you're a 2.5. You're higher than 2.5. You would be spooked if there was something spooky happening.
Oh, absolutely. If my door slammed right now, I'd jump out this window, and it's 4 stories.
That requires belief.
So that means there's a level of belief.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So like 2 or 3, 4, 5 or 6.
I think I'm pretty much as close to a 1 as you can get with most things.
I got a question about that, Ryan. Does that mean
Ryan is a 1?
Ryan, what do you believe in?
Does that mean you don't like if someone was like, "Hey, no flashlight, no cell phone, no bed, no electricity. You got to go stay in this spoopy castle one night." Do you think you could do it? Because
it's a fair question. You're right.
The disbelief would say, "Okay, I can sleep here and not care." But if there's creepy ass noises,
strong man.
No, I'm genuinely curious. Like if you consider yourself like a 1 or a 0 or a 2 on that scale, and you really don't believe in that shit, do you think you could go and do a night in a spoopy castle with no phone and no flashlight and stuff?
It's a fair question, but I think that the human mind, and this is not like a joke that like my thoughts are darker than a ghost, but the things that I can create in my head, even though I don't believe in ghosts at all, I've been in bed and been like, oh my God, what is that? And then I imagine that I'm seeing someone. All along, I know that there's no one there. But it still scares me.
I just picture Ryan going on a date on a scary movie and you're leaving it, and she's like, oh my God, that was terrifying. And Ryan just turns to her and goes, not more terrifying than my own head.
not more terrifying than the shit.
Oh, that movie was a 1, so I'll put that movie at a 1.
Than the shit in my mind.
In no way am I a tough guy. Like I get scared. I love getting scared at scary movies, but I'm more scared of like, the spooky feeling is what gets me. It's not that I think I'm gonna have like a poltergeist grab me or anything like that. It's a good point.
Therein lies the paradox. Because if you buy into those feelings, then surely you subconsciously believe something.
Well,
spoopy.
I got therapy with Dr. Alamo on Friday, and I can discuss this next week. And we can Dr. Alamo.
He's great, by the way. Dr. Alamo does a great job.
What's your favorite scary movie? It's my therapy sessions.
Oh. I was gonna say that we used to do the tour buses, and when it was Halloween season, there was like a lot of decorations, very cool lighting, little spooky lighting, with all scary movies being on TV and all that. We used to have a scary movie night and everything. That was really, really nice. So I definitely get what Ryan's saying. I love those feelings, but you almost can scare yourself better than what the movie's actually about when you think about it.
What was the one that we watched that we had to go around the bus and be like, hey, we cannot, no fuckery tonight. Like,
I don't know, but I definitely didn't watch it. I definitely didn't watch it.
Insidious.
It was Insidious, and Vinny actually went into my bunk that night and scared me a lot during that. So I was,
I refuse to watch it every time.
Whoa.
Well, that's it for spooky, but go ahead, Al.
Someone in the chat said, I was 10 years old. Everyone I wanted to be... hang on. Where is this?
I got you. Coming up.
Where's this going? Oh.
There you go.
My whole family is cursed all the way back to the 1200s, so I've got my fair share of stories.
Oh. Well,
Abby
send some
XDX.
emails then.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you email us, Abby?
Very well, she
might not have email.
Live.com.
I would like to know more about how your family has been cursed.
Did you guys happen to steal some artifacts from Pompeii?
Ooh. Guys,
from
what about
Canada?
this? What about this?
Yes. Right?
Oh,
Sarah
it's
Joanna says...
Be careful, Ryan. That's the one that made fun of you earlier.
I know. I noticed that, actually.
Could we do an episode inside a haunted something and watch a scary movie, like live, or in different rooms maybe? Does Is it too much to say live to even?
Oh, Crash Test Live's Haunted House of Horrors.
Ooh.
We all have to do it together, and it's
we have to go to
house.
Each one of us have to go to a different haunted house in wherever we are.
Yeah.
And broadcast. I don't want to do that.
Can I bring Jim O'Hara with me?
All right, let me move this train along from spooky.
Yeah.
So we didn't have a it'd be awesome this week, but one of our Malaysian fans wrote in with an interesting invention, and they wanted your seal of approval, Mr. Maker.
Oh, I love this.
Okay.
Here's the idea. Everyone knows how ramen packaging is very wasteful with all the plastic wrappers around the flavoring and the plastic packaging on the ramen itself. It's so bad for the environment, right? If only there was a solution. Oh, wait, there is. Introducing to you Enviramen. You get it?
Enviramen.
Might have some trademark issues here, but go on.
An environmentally friendly alternative to horribly wasteful plastic usage on food. Here's how it works. Instead of buying it in plastic packaging, you buy a bunch of ramen packets together in a box, which is, of course, biodegradable. Then inside the box is 10 to 20 ramen packets, but instead of individually being wrapped in plastic, they are wrapped in a sleeve of flavoring. So you can just pick up a chunk and throw it right in a pot for boiling. All the flavorings get mixed together in a paste and painted around each of the blocks of ramen so that when boiled, the paste softens and dissolves into a soup. Can anyone confirm if this idea makes sense? And is it as good as an idea as I think it is in my head? From Charlie in Malaysia.
Charlie, the answer to both your questions is yes. I think it's a great idea.
And I hope you trademarked it, motherfucker, because we're stealing that.
That's ours now. That's ours now.
Next week, I got this great idea, guys. Stay tuned. I think it's
nice job, Charlie.
Yeah, good idea.
Hey, Charlie, the whole factory, it's yours. The ramen factory.
The whole ramen factory is yours.
The whole ramen factory is yours.
Charlie,
a Willy Wonka movie that centers around a ramen king.
It's so hot in here.
A ramen lord.
Not even the spice, just the noodles, just a noodle factory.
The kids just keep getting maimed because they keep falling into vats of boiling water. Boiling noodles.
It hurts, but it's delicious.
Yeah, it's so good. Just keep slurping.
Augustus, no, that's boiling water.
So keep sending in your
we
favorite
lost the German boy.
Your favorite costume, your favorite spooky stories, and I'll read more next week. I didn't know if we were saving the spookies until Halloween, but now we're not. So
that's okay. Hey guys, before we conclude, everybody go around in a circle. Favorite ramen flavor, go. Ryan?
Is there more than one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like what?
Imagine the colors of the
candy
packets,
corn?
Ryan. It's okay. So there's original.
Yes, that one.
There's chicken. There's beef. There's shrimp.
I would love to do a taste test blind. We're talking about like the really cheap top ramen one, right?
Yeah.
Ryan Schnacks?
Ryan's ramen?
Ryan's ramen.
Oh, yeah.
Rise ramen.
DOS soup?
Rise ramen DOS soup time. Rise ramen DOS soup time.
Original. What is original then? If there's chicken, pork. I'm saying, what's the flavor? If there's already chicken, pork, and shrimp.
It's ramen.
Augustus, no.
I think it might just be like a soy saucy kind of thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, personally, I love the beef.
Beef is great.
Hey, where's the beef?
I'm a chicken guy. I'm a chicken guy.
Shrimp.
You like shrimp?
Shrimp.
I feel like nobody ever picks shrimp, so that's good representation for shrimp.
Someone's got to.
Looks like chicken is winning on the chat here.
Nice. Chicken is the correct answer.
We can debate that next time or some other time.
I don't know.
Maybe not.
I don't know if we'll have enough time, Jeff.
I think my biggest problem with ramen is that your window of eating is about 45 seconds before it goes from blistering hot to just freezing ass cold.
There's a trick to that.
Do you need more time to eat ramen?
The first bite burns your lips off and scalds the roof of your mouth, causing permanent damage. The second bite is disappointingly cold.
Mm-hmm. There's a trick to zeroing it out that I've been using, which is basically you empty all the hot water out of it. The noodles stay warm. You put a little bit of filtered cool water on top. It kind of bounces out and gets it in the Goldilocks zone.
Cool water.
I don't understand how you guys are burning your mouth. You take it out of the wrapper and you just fucking bite it.
And then
Like-
you pour the powder.
You pour the powder in your
swish it
mouth
around
and
with-
you swish it around.
Take a big sip of milk and you swish it around.
Yeah, I don't
You
understand.
bite the ramen, you snort the flavoring powder. Good show, guys.
Great one, guys.
This is fun.
Yeah, flash the
This was
emails
fun.
up there. Bye.
My dogs are barking. The world is ending. This is
They
it.
want candy.
They want to be fed. We got to wrap this up, Jack. What did we learn today? What did we learn?
I hate naps, but I love martinis. Ryan has morning farts.
Yes.
Someone's got to pick shrimp.
Someone has to pick shrimp.
I've never seen Twilight. That's just a fact. I don't know if you knew that.
I guess I just learned that.
I actually don't mind candy corn.
What?
Also, Post Malone means gross melons in French. And Ryan, you know I have a fear of eggs. God damn it.
Ovophobia.
Ovophobia.
Well, that's great. This has been a fun
Yeah.
episode, guys. Thanks
Been
for
really
joining us
good.
once again. My dog, I need to go see if my dog's okay. Make sure you like and subscribe at Crash Test Live on the YouTubes. You can consume this here live in podcast form where all podcasts are found after the fact. It should go up usually on Monday is when we usually get them up. Make sure you go back and catch all the old episodes. And I already said that. Sub up on Twitch if you feel inclined, and you can email us for debaters@crashtestlive.com. If you want to be on Are You Smarter Than Jack? Smarter@crashtestlive.com. And for general info, fan-submitted stories, particularly right now, spoopy ones. We're looking for spoopy truths. Info@crashtestlive.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love you. We will
love
see
ya.
you. We'll see you next week.
Wish ya the best.
I'm not a crook. Okay, bye. Love you guys. Bye. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom.